You probably clicked on this video to find out which countries would be safe if World War III started. The world is uncertain right now, and even if a global war never happens, it's always smart to know the safest places to survive. Today, we're ranking the top 7 safest countries in the world, based on food security, energy independence, neutrality, strategic geography, and natural protection. Some of these choices might surprise you. So why geography and safety matter? Location is everything in times of war. Borders with nuclear-armed nations or conflict zones drastically reduce survival chances. Meanwhile, remote islands, neutral nations, and countries with natural defenses give you the edge when the world falls apart. South Africa may not immediately come to mind when thinking about safety, but it has unique advantages that make it surprisingly secure in a global conflict. Located at the southern tip of Africa, it is far away from the world's major war zones in Europe, the Middle East, or Asia. This geographic isolation means it is less likely to be targeted in any global conflict. Politically, South Africa has maintained neutrality in modern wars and conflicts, avoiding entanglement with major military powers. But distance alone isn't enough. South Africa is also highly self-sufficient in food. Its agricultural industry produces maize, wheat, beef, soybeans, and sugar, enough to feed its population even if global supply chains collapse. Vast landscapes and abundant natural resources provide shelter and survival options, from farmland to freshwater rivers. The country's large size and varied geography also give residents options to relocate internally if necessary. While crime can be a concern, careful planning and community networks can reduce risks. During a global apocalypse, South Africa's combination of distance, self-sufficiency, neutrality, and natural resources makes it a hidden haven for survival. For those seeking safety far from the major powers, South Africa quietly earns its spot on this list. Argentina's unique position in the southern hemisphere gives it a significant edge in global safety. Far away from the northern hemisphere's military powers and frequent conflict zones, Argentina has historically avoided major involvement in world wars. Its location alone reduces the risk of being caught in the crossfire. Over the decades, Argentina has maintained a largely neutral stance, ensuring it does not attract attention from warring nations. Argentina is also a food powerhouse, producing 273% of the calories its population needs. Its vast farmlands, cattle ranches, and fertile river valleys make it highly self-sufficient. This means that even if global supply chains collapse, Argentinians could survive using local resources. Access to abundant freshwater and large open spaces adds another layer of security, allowing people to grow crops, raise livestock, and stay self-sufficient. Additionally, Argentina's moderate global influence and lack of strategic military targets reduce the risk of direct attacks. The country's combination of geographic isolation, neutral politics, and resource abundance makes it a practical refuge during global conflicts. For those looking for safety without sacrificing comfort or resources, Argentina offers a unique balance. Calm southern skies, wide open landscapes, and rich natural resources create an environment where survival is not just possible but sustainable, even in a world descending into chaos. Chile is nature's fortress. Stretched along South America's western edge, it is protected by the Andes Mountains, one of the tallest and most difficult mountain ranges in the world. Any invading army would face extreme challenges climbing snowy peaks and navigating jagged terrain, making Chile virtually impossible to conquer from the east. In the west, the Pacific Ocean forms another natural barrier, reducing the risk of a maritime invasion. These natural defenses are complemented by Chile's distance from traditional conflict hotspots in Europe, Asia, and North America, meaning it is unlikely to be a strategic target. Chile is also highly self-sufficient. Its long coastline supports a thriving fishing industry, providing a steady supply of protein. Fertile valleys and forests allow for agriculture and sustainable timber resources. Chile's focus on sustainability, efficient resource management, and strong infrastructure make it capable of enduring prolonged disruptions, whether from war, climate events, or global supply chain failures. Uruguay is small, quiet, and often overlooked, which is exactly why it's ideal for survival in global conflict. Located in the southern cone, it is far from northern hemisphere hotspots like Europe, the Middle East, and Asia, which have historically driven global wars. Uruguay stayed neutral during most of World War II, only declaring war on Germany and Japan at the very end, highlighting its historical tendency to avoid conflict. Uruguay is also food secure, producing 232% of the calories its population needs. Fertile farmlands, rivers, and abundant natural resources make it largely self-sufficient. With low population density, the country avoids urban congestion, reducing the risk of disease or chaos during global crises. Political stability and strong infrastructure make it unlikely to attract military attention, while its coastal position and calm ports provide additional safety and options for evacuation if necessary. In a world where chaos spreads rapidly, Uruguay is peaceful, self-sufficient, and overlooked, giving it an almost invisible advantage. Its combination of neutrality, abundant resources, and geographic safety makes it one of the most reliable countries for survival when global powers clash. For those seeking calm in a dangerous world, Uruguay quietly shines as a safe harbor. New Zealand is the ultimate refuge for anyone seeking safety. Thousands of miles from major powers, it has been largely untouched by war. No battles have ever occurred on its soil, and its political neutrality reduces the risk of conflict. Its isolation in the South Pacific makes it an extremely difficult target for invasion, whether by sea or air. New Zealand is also highly self-sufficient. With vast green pastures, livestock, and abundant water, it produces 185% of its population's caloric needs. The country is well prepared to sustain its people even if global supply chains collapse. Its infrastructure is solid, providing access to medical services, energy, and communication networks. The country is also home to several doomsday bunkers and is known as a destination for billionaires preparing for global collapse, reinforcing its safety reputation. From snow-capped mountains to serene coastlines, New Zealand combines beauty, isolation, and survival readiness. Its low population density, political stability, and abundance of natural resources create a strong buffer against global conflict. For those seeking peace, self-sufficiency, and a practical haven far from chaos, New Zealand is one of the safest choices on Earth. Switzerland is a fortress nation, famous for neutrality and incredible preparation. Politically neutral for over 200 years, it has never engaged in large-scale war with its neighbors, ensuring it remains off global conflict radars. The country's Alps provide natural protection, and beneath those mountains lie over 370,000 nuclear bunkers, enough to shelter every citizen. These bunkers are equipped to handle radiation, chemical attacks, and long-term survival scenarios. Switzerland is also economically strong. Its banks are stable, making it attractive for global elites who want to protect assets during crises. With stockpiles of food, iodine, and energy, Switzerland can sustain its population independently. The country's healthcare, infrastructure, and logistics are world-class, ensuring survival is not just possible but relatively comfortable. Swiss neutrality, self-sufficiency, and preparation make it almost untouchable in a global war. Whether hiding in bunkers or relying on natural mountain defenses, Switzerland offers unmatched protection. In World War III, this combination of planning, isolation, and political strategy places it at the very top for safety, short of Antarctica itself. Fiji earns the top spot, and for good reason. Located in the middle of the South Pacific, it is hundreds of miles from major military powers, making invasions almost impossible. Its small military is neutral and focuses on peace rather than war, while the tropical islands themselves are low-value targets for global powers. Fiji's agricultural land allows for potential self-sufficiency, with crops and livestock capable of supporting the population even if global supply chains collapse. Its freshwater resources are plentiful, and the surrounding ocean acts as a natural barrier against conflict. The country is politically neutral, maintaining good relations with nations like Australia, New Zealand, the US, and China. In a world where chaos spreads fast, Fiji offers isolation, self-sufficiency, and safety, all wrapped in a tropical paradise. Its distance, neutrality, and low strategic importance make it nearly invisible during a global conflict. If survival and peace are your priorities, Fiji is the ultimate refuge, an island sanctuary in the midst of a chaotic world. That's our countdown of the top 7 safest countries to survive World War III. From hidden islands to mountain fortresses, these nations show that safety isn't just about distance. It's about preparation, resources, and peace. Now we want to hear from you. Which country would you choose to survive a global conflict, and why? Drop your answer in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video and want to see more survival guides, global rankings, and world events explained in a simple, realistic way, hit that like button and subscribe. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss a crucial update about our unpredictable world.